Well, good morning, folks. I was intended to lie in till about dinner time, but I got up at 8 after all. But yeah, done me ablutions and what have you, and I'm up here now in the buffet. I got myself some porridge. I'm going to get a cup of coffee, and then when I've had this, I shall have a wander over to buffet and get some breakfast. You know. So anyway, speak to you later. Right, folks. As you can see, I've got standard breakfast: a couple of sausages, some bacon, tomatoes, scrambled egg, coffee, and orange juice. So I'm going to tuck into these, and I'll let you know what they were like. Well, good morning, folks. Again. I'm down on deck 7. I've come down to just relax a little bit here. Talk about that breakfast. Couldn't say what at the moment because I had loads of people all sat around me. So when I did the last bit, there were nobody there. But anyway, I digress. So let's talk about the breakfast. It wasn't bad. For buffet breakfast, that wasn't bad. Sausages were quite nice. They were a bit crispy on outside, but never mind. Meat inside were nice. Scrambled egg. Wasn't brilliant, but it wasn't bad. If you know what I mean. And you probably do. Anyway, yes, it was nice. It was okay. It was tasty enough. Little bit blandish, but then when I make it at home, I play with myself because it comes out a little bit blandish at times. You've got to put plenty of pepper in it, I think, to get it to really spice up. Maybe put a bit of curry powder in it. Anyway, but yeah, it was quite nice. I had a few beans, of course they're not Heinz beans, but they're okay, not bad, not bad. But that's why I only had a little, just a few. I didn't bother with fried bread because it's just lumps of big chunks of bread. They make them more like doorsteps, as we say. For fried bread, they're just not right, so I didn't bother. I'm not a big toast person, so I didn't bother with toast neither, because I'd only end up wasting it. I don't like wasting food if I can avoid it, so I didn't bother. The bacon wasn't bad. Just a little bit salty, little bits of fat on it, and maybe easily you cut them off, don't you? But it wasn't too salty. I'm going to say if you know what I mean. It's becoming a new catchphrase, isn't it? That if you know what I mean. Yeah. So it wasn't bad though. It wasn't bad. Nice bacon, as I said. Just a little bit touch of salt in it, but it wasn't bad. It's not that really dirt cheap bacon that I've had on all their cruises. It's dripping in salt because they soak it in brine to cure it because they get it from far away. That tasted like it came from Britain, local stuff. And of course, because it's not having to travel a long way, they don't need to soak it in brine. But they put some brine in it, obviously, but not as much. Yeah, anyway, so I digress. And so that was, and then I got the tomatoes, but they're nice. Mind you, say that, I know some people don't like tomatoes, but yeah, my mate Alan's for one. But yeah, so overall, that was quite nice. Coffee's not bad. Where I find it, I've even brought a cup with me. Now, the porridge, thankfully, is back to its usual best. Smooth, creamy, no lumps. So that's good news. It must have been chef that they had on Azura. Yeah, Yeah, so there you go. I think that's about covers it for now. So I'll speak to you later. Bye for now. Right, guys, it's me again. Yeah, something I forgot to tell you about that coach journey from Southampton to... from London to Southampton. I thinking ahead of myself, going other way. And that's not certain yet, because I haven't decided whether I'm going to go on train back up to Leeds. Anyway, it's badly overbooked. You know, they were packed solid. As I say, I might have mentioned that already, but it worked. So the 10 people are waiting, but the thing is, despite that, I still managed to get a seat to myself. And what it was is right at the death, last person getting on, there was a seat behind me, unoccupied, next to somebody else, and this chap came on and he said, what did he say? Oh, he says, is that seat taken? Well, my jacket were on the seat, so I said, yeah. I said, I'm expecting someone's just gone to check on his bag. So he went and sat behind, and then a couple of seconds later, the shut door up front. So I ended up with a seat out waiter thing. I was waiting for him to come to me and said, "So you said that seat were packed, were already taken." If he had done, I said, "Yeah, well, it was. He must have got onto the coach, because I don't know if I told you, but they had a second coach on." The coach I were on went to Southampton University, where they changed drivers, where the other coach went direct to the straight to the bus station. Well, that was another thing I don't think I mentioned, is when I got to the bus station, of course, there was a big queue waiting for taxis, and there wasn't on at that time anyway. So a trick I'd learned a few cruises ago, I just walk round to the train station, because it's not far. No, not far at all. Just go to Enders Street, turn left, go on a bit, turn left again, and it's over the road. So I went round, and of course, loads of trains, because there's loads of trains, it's a train station, Barry. Loads of taxis there. So I joined queue for taxis. Got chatting to an American couple from Arkansas. I never did ask them their names. So if they see this, that's who I'm talking about. Nice people. And I saw it got here. It were £8 something. Now it seems you can now pay the taxi on your card. You know, your debit card, credit card, or whatever. So that's what I did. Okay, folks. I'll see you again later. Bye for now. Right, folks. It's about an hour later. I'm in the equivalent of Brody's. On the Ione in the Harvey in Britannia, you have a big bar called the Brody's, which is a pub-like bar. Well, they have something similar, but a cut-down version on Azora and Ventura. I can't speak for the other ships there because I've not been on them, so I don't know. But so that's where I am now. I went down reception. I got my Mediterranean pin. Because each time you go up a level, you get a pin. Let's see if we can show you it. There you see it, little pin. And it says on it Mediterranean, Atlantic and so on. But I learned that they don't automatically give you it. You've got to go down and ask for it. If you don't ask for it, you don't get it. Because like the Atlantic one, I was about to go to Mediterranean before I got my pin. And that was only because I went down to, Future Cruises, and he says, and they were telling me about the difference when I went up. And he says, and of course you get a new pin. I says, how do you mean I get a new pin? I ain't had a pin at all. So he says, and he gave me the Atlantic one. So that's that. Yeah, it's as I say, so I'm here and I've got myself a Coke and whatever, because they haven't started doing coffees yet. So I got myself a Coke. I said, now that's another thing. What a jump from last time I was on this ship. I can't remember if they had gone up in April. It might have done, but last time it was £4.20. If you're not if you're not a member of the loyalty scheme where you get discounts yet, if you've not got that far, because you've not done enough cruises. But if you are, £4.20 on the last cruise for a bottle of Coca-Cola. That's let's just show you one of these, and so if you've not got that was £4.20. Well, it's gone up to £4.40, so it's gone up 20 pence. Shut up. Well, I suppose this is to do with this war in Iran, not being able to get supplies through. But yeah, it's a hell of a jump. You can guarantee when everything's back to normal, that won't come down again. Guarantee it. Anyway, so that's that. So as I say, so I'm chilling. Luckily, I get 8.5% discount being a Mediterranean member at Peninsula Club. So I paid £4.03 for my Coke. So which is good. Well, not compared to. I don't know, because I don't buy bottles of Coke out in shops. So there you go. So that's that. So I'm going to chill for a little bit here, and I'll speak to you later. Bye for now. I've come back to you first because I've found out the name of this bar. It's called Fortunes. So as I say, it's a cut down version of Brody's. So there you go. I thought I'd let you know that because I found out myself. Bye for now. Right folks, here I'm at the back of the ship watching the wave on the promenade deck. Right folks, I'm back on the sunny side of the ship, which actually is the port side. I'm sure most people know how to work out port and starboard. So then for the words, which I think I've told you before, port being the shortest word, and left being the shortest word, right being the longer word, and starboard being the longer word. So left is port, right is starboard. So yes, so I'm sat down here. Unfortunately, you can't walk right round. You get up to the front of the ship and it's blocked off. So you can go almost all the way around, but you can't. As I say, you can't do a full turn. It's not bad actually, it's nice and warm. But I think the captain says it's about 22 degrees. I got caught out with time. Because usually it's big sign up on television saying, remember, clocks go forward. So they must have gone forward last night. Because, so when I got up this morning, what I thought was 7:30 and I had a good lie-in. I had a good lie-in because it was really 8:30. Yeah, that's why it wasn't so busy in Buffet. I only found out when captain says, this is the captain of the watch, officer of the watch, and it's 12 noon. And I had 11 on my thing, so just put it forward an hour. So I should have remembered it goes forward an hour once you get off at top end at Bay of Biscay. Still, there you go. And I believe we are sailing through the Bay of Biscay at the moment. And I'll just show you. And as you can see, it's fairly quiet. Sergio's has got a bad reputation, but I've been through the Bay of Biscay quite a few times now, and only once was it really bad, and that was coming back up to Southampton. And a couple of times it's been a little bit choppy, but both times it's been on return journey. I've not come across a really choppy sea going down through the Bay of Biscay. Anyway, there you go, folks. So I'm going to chill here for a bit and then give it half an hour or so, and then I go down to restaurant for some lunch. So speak to you later. Yeah, the thing I meant to say, I forgot, was that on the big ships like Avia and Iona, Britannia, they have a dedicated smoking area which is quite small. You know, maybe about 10 chairs in a line, quite small. But on this ship, it's on the starboard side, and it takes up half the length of the ship. Really big smoking area. Dedicated smoking area. So is it dedicated or designated? No, I think it's designated smoking area. Yeah, so they just show you. On this smaller ship, there's a lot more smokers. I'm not one of them, by the way. Well, I used to sort of smoke a little bit when I was in army, back in my youth. But then again, I never smoked properly. I didn't inhale the smoke down into my lungs. I used to puff on it, you know, that sort of thing, just to be polite. But I never swallowed the smoke. So it was dead easy for me to pack it in all together once I left the army. So there you go, folks. I've had the occasional cigar since at Christmas with my mate Stephen, because he was in army with me. So we had the occasional King Edward cigar, but it's extremely rare. I mean, I think the last one I had was about 1990. So sure, last time I smoked a cigar was about 1990. But I used to smoke all sorts of cigars, pipes. I had a pipe. I thought I was Sherlock Holmes, because I had one of them Sherlock Holmes pipes, you know, with enamel bowl, yellow enamel bowl with a white top. I had one of them. I used to smoke them. I used to smoke a tobacco called Balkan Sobrano, and I used to put little menthol crystals in it. Don't know why, because I never inhaled the smoke. So, but I just thought it looked cool. Didn't know any better, because I was young. I was 20, 21, something like that. So there you go, folks. But that's why it's never been a problem for me. So it's never got down into my lungs to cause problems. More likely to catch it from passive smoking these days. Or in them days, I should say, I was more likely to have caught it by passive smoking. But these days, no, there's not that many people smoke. And the few that do, I think they're all on this ship, because it was quite busy around that other side. Anyway, I'll say goodbye for now. Bye. Right, folks, here I am in the restaurant, Saffron Restaurant, and I'm going to get English sausage and mash with cauliflower cheese. So yeah, and I'll take a picture of it when it arrives, and then I'll speak to you when I get back. Yes, folks, I've ordered English sausage and mash with a side order of cauliflower cheese, and he's going to see if he can get me some peas. If not, fair enough. You know, I've decided to wait until after that to decide which pudding I want, because they've got quite a few selections on, which they normally don't have. They usually have two. Take it or leave it. Right, folks, it's about an hour and a half later. I'm back in Fortunes and I got myself half a beer. What do you think of that dinner? Well, it was nice. Yeah, sausage were okay, but I preferred the squirrely one, or you know, the ones that go around in a circle. But yeah, that's what I would have preferred. But they stopped doing them. They weren't doing it on last cruise or cruise before, so it's been a while. Been and got Adele, what was it? A Pandora brooch. And it's a Disney one, which is what she asked for. And I went out on deck for a little bit chilled. So yes, I'm going to drink my beer, and then there's nothing until till tonight now after that. So I'll probably have a little bit of a lie down in cabin. Yeah. I know what you're saying. Paid all that money and all you do is keep in cabin. Well, no, that's not true, is it? I've been out and about more than I ever do this time round. Okay then, folks. Speak to you later. Bye. Folks, here we are with a couple of my supporters. What's your name? First name? Aaron. And yeah, it's brilliant. Surprised who you meet on these cruises. Oh, it's brilliant. So it's fantastic. Right, folks, I'm back in the cabin. Just come to chill. But yeah, just had one of the best moments on the cruise. On any cruise, really. I met a whole family who watch me regularly. And I got a clip with a couple of them. And I'll put that in after this. But, oh, lovely people. As I say, a complete family of them. Big family group, must have been about 7 or 8 of them. All nice, all shook my hand. Lovely family. It's nice when something like that happens and you meet people who watch you on YouTube. Yeah. They're becoming famous. Well, in my own little way. Anyway, yes, so as I say, I'll come back to the cabin. I'm going to chill for an hour or so, and then I'll speak to you later. Bye for now. Right, folks, I've come down to the deck 5 and Costa's. I think it's Costa's. Anyway, I've ordered a small latte. I actually went to Future Cruises to talk about, ask him about the transatlantic one, the repositioning cruise next March from Barbados to Southampton, but this time on Britannia. And thank you. Thank you. So I'm going to do that. But I got there and she says, oh, they've closed. So I said, I thought they were open till 5. And she said, it's nearly 5:30. Looked at me watch and says, it's only nearly 4:30. And she said to me, she said, no, it ain't. Look at time. And of course, I changed time this morning on my phone, but it had not changed on my watch. So, and as there's no internet, I have no internet package, I can't update my watch. So it might do it once we get when we get ashore on tomorrow. It might update it, but we'll see what happens there. Anyway, I've been trying to get one of these lattes for about all today, because I kept going in Fortunes and they don't do coffee, and I'd not got down as far as deck 5, so I'd not seen this place. Anyway, I'll speak to you later.
I do apologise for that. However, I am the captain, and I realise, getting on your formal wear on this evening, I realise there is a little bit of motion on the ship, so hopping round your cabin on one leg, putting your best frilly underwear on is a bit of a task, and I believe the ladies had similar problems, so well done to them. I am the captain that keeps giving, like I say, so I have been on the internet today, and I've got a little bit of information for you that I would share with you, something that you will not find on Facebook or cruisecritic.com. What I found for you, which is just for you, is that the returns policy at TK Maxx is 28 days, so if your clothes don't fit at the end of the cruise, just take them back. So my top tip, don't take the labels out. And having walked around the atrium just before I came up here this evening, I think several of you haven't taken the labels out, so well done to you. Probably more worrying, one of you hadn't actually taken the hangers out, but that's another story. So listen, a very warm welcome aboard. We've got a great cruise lined up for you. You all look like a cheesy bunch, no one's misbehaving, which is always good. What have I got for you? Well, we're going to spend this next week together, aren't we? So that's more than I spent with my wife this year. So if you do wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I've snuggled up in bed next year, it's just because I'm a little bit homesick. So we've got some great ports. We're going to travel about 2,000 miles together. Has anyone cruised in this part of the world before?
Yeah.
Thank God for that, I haven't. You're lucky they've let me take the ship out of the sight of that. There's a first. However, I have looked at the brochure. I've seen which port you're expecting. I don't feel under any particular pressure. In fact, I've not decided where we're going yet, and I am the captain. I thought what we would do is we would nip over, do the Caribbean, through the Panama Canal, into the Pacific. A bit more than you did this time, if that's what you want. Listen, you booked it, so I don't feel under any particular pressure. All these ports look pretty similar. You'll have no idea if I get them in the right order and on the right day, but I will do my best. So, where are we heading first? Are we? Oh yeah, we are. We're heading to Vigo. Heading south, so it's all downhill. We're freewheeling down towards Vigo. We will be arriving in Vigo tomorrow, expecting to be on the berth around about 9:30 tomorrow. A little bit of rain forecast in the morning, but hopefully that'll go through. It's warm rain, though.
Right folks, here I am in the buffet, so I've had to come to the buffet because it's black tie night, so I can't get it rest on. And I've got, this is, what is it, it's rice cooked with paprika, hot paprika rice, some meatballs and some chicken. I forget what the name of the dish is. But yeah, because the roast dinner, it was turkey and I didn't fancy it, so. Right folks, so I've just been up to the counter and I got myself some strudel and custard, and I've eaten quite a bit, as you can see. But I've had to wait to film this little bit because there's a child behind me crying. But he's moved for the moment. Okay, bye for now. Right, just quickly add, folks, that I've nothing against children crying. You know, it's just that it's so close to me that it was drowning out everything I was saying. So, or mostly. Anyway, I'll speak to you later when a different part of the ship and I can quietly give you a review of that meal. Bye for now. Right folks, I'm back in the cabin. I can now give you my opinion on that meal. The rice was lovely. It was, what was it, what the heck is it called? Paprika, that's it, paprika. It was paprika's, hot paprika, really tasty. Mind you, paprika doesn't really have a strong taste, so it's used more for colouring than it does for taste. But although I suppose there'll be people out there who'll disagree with me. But as far as I know, that's what they tell you if you Google it. Anyway, it was lovely, irrespective. The meatballs, on the other hand, were dry, and so they just crumbled when you tried to cut into them. And looked a bit slightly undercooked in middle. So I would say I finished off one of them, but I then decided with my stomach, it wasn't worth a try. Won't gambling with the rest of them, so I give that a miss. Chicken were nice. It was not too dry, because chicken can be dry, but it was okay. Rest of bits, they were not in it. But then again, that's probably my mistake of scooping up just the chicken instead of all the other bits, because it had supposed to have black beans in it and something else I forget. Yeah, so it wasn't bad. That was the meal. And then the strudel with custard. Well, I say custard, it's not custard. It's not real custard. It's custard sauce. That's how they get you. So basically, it's custard powder and they're stirred in some water or milk, most likely water, to produce a custard sauce rather than proper custard. But it tastes okay, I mean, I can tell the difference, but it's okay, and the strudel's nice. So yeah, so that's it for the meal. I'm just going to chill now until near at time for when theatre opens, and I'll nip in there and see this act, which I believe is called, so I've got it on thing, Johnny Burke. Yeah, Johnny Burke. So I'll get back to you. Bye for now. You'll notice I've changed my glasses to reading glasses. He says Johnny Burke is a whirlwind performer from Ireland. His performance includes an impressive blend of contemporary and classic songs, from rock and roll to punk to funk and everything in between. So, I'll take you guys with me and we'll see what it's like. So, as I say, I'm just going to chill now until about 8:10, and then I'll go down. Maybe 8:05, because it's right up front of the ship and I'm fairly close to the back. So, just after mid-deck. I think I'm just after midships. So I'm about halfway between middle at ship and back at ship. Or the after the ship for you nautical lovers. So I'll speak to you later. Right folks, here I am in the theatre. And it's, let's have a look, just check my watch. I don't want to turn on me, so 11 minutes past 8. And the show starts at past, so 19 minutes. Fairly full already. So, yeah. So, it's starting to fill up. So, I'll get back to you when it starts. Bye for now.
So slow, rolling down in all my way, transistor radio, standing in the sunlight, I'm behind the wheels walk, slipping and sliding all along the waterfall, the brown-eyed girl. From the sweet old port, we're sailing away with a cargo wrecks from the ground city heart of New York. It was a wonderful crash, it was really quiet, but know how a wild wind blows. She should several glass, she 27 masts, and they call her the Irish Rover. They had Mongolian bands, set up their cigarettes, we had 2 million barrels of stone. We had 3 million signs, all blind horses, onions, we had 4 million barrels of rum. We had 5 million hogs, 6 million dogs, 7 million barrels of porter. Now we had 8 million babes, all our married guns stayed in the hole on the Irish Road. My mates, now tell me when my boys get you. You said in the back and I wanna rock, wanna get a dirty food. My legs driving in a barrel full of monkeys, my wound in a sheet of cake. My sister's screwed in a bruises and roots, I have a piece in a head. Don't get a study of that creation, you head over to the super bed. Saturday nights, the night I like it, get a little action. Yeah, the battle's on, there's a piece in the tree. We're gonna set this dance alight. Saturday nights, the night I like it, Saturday nights, alright, alright, shoot a little
folks, we've come down to the Havana Club to see the Pulse band. Right folks, we're in the Portugal bar. This is another example of different types of music you can find around the ship. Right folks, I've come back to Kevin. It's nearly 10:30, so, and I've got an excursion in the morning, so I don't want to be up too late. But anyway, yes, no doubt you're thinking, oh, what happened to Pulse Band? Song from the 70s. Well, unfortunately, there are a lot of young children bobbing back and forth across the front of the stage, right in front of my line of view, and no matter which way I tried to move it, camera and everything, I couldn't avoid them running in and out at shots, so I gave up. I decided not to film it. And then, of course, I went down to is it called Fortune? Yeah, anyway, the thing that's a sort of a scaled down version of Brody's. I've mentioned what it's called on previous blogs. Yeah, and I got a quick shot of that. And then everybody got up dancing, so I couldn't get a thing. Well, just a load of bobbing heads and whatever you didn't, so I didn't think it was worth carrying on with that, so I packed that in as well. But I give you the flavour of the different songs as themes. To say that we're down in, what was it, the Havana bar was where Pulse was. That was down in the atrium, that other one. So, yes, so as I say, I decided against it. Oh, no, that song was in the... That song was in the Neptune bar, and Pulse was in the Havana bar. That's right, I get it right. Okay. So, that's it. You know, I decided to call it a draw, as I say, thing. And, yeah, so we've got an excursion tomorrow. By now, I will have inserted the set by Johnny Burke, and he was anything but a Burke, because it were brilliant. Really was good. A couple of songs I want. No, I think there's only one song I particularly want mad on, because it's a love song and whatever. You know, so not wrong with song, nice song and everything, but when you're on your own, you don't want lovey-dovey songs, do you? Well, maybe you do. Whoever I'm talking to, maybe you do love lovey-dovey songs, but I'm not mad on them. But that was the only one. The rest of it, brilliant set, and I did a lot of it. The only thing I've got against him is he gabbed. He went on, and it wasn't just telling a couple of jokes or whatever. He was telling a story which lasted the length of a song, so we could have got 2 more songs from him, because he did it twice. But nice lad, met him afterwards. Obviously, I'm not going to stick a camera in his face and say, smile for the camera. But I chatted to him, told him I loved this show and whatever, and he said thank you and whatever. I still didn't buy one of his DVDs though. Yeah, but he's really good. He's on again on the 16th, he was saying, which is 2 days before the end of the cruise. So I'll probably go and see that. There's a group on tomorrow night, so I'll be going to go see them. I'm just wondering when we're going to see something by theatre group, because you've got that's Monday when this Dukes, I think they're called Dukes, something like that, they're on tomorrow, so it could be Tuesday or Wednesday. Although Tuesday and Wednesday, I don't know what they'll put on, because Tuesday and Wednesday at 2 semi-finals, and they're going to be on TV. And I wouldn't be surprised if they use the theatre to show the matches. So we might get some at Thursday by the theatre group. Anyway, we'll see what happens. So yes, I'm going to get my head down. They pulled a little trick on telly, at least I think it is, it's my idea, but I think it is they've drastically reduced the number of video films that they've got on the TV to about a couple of dozen. And so that people think, oh, might as well go out and sit in a bar than watch this very few choices of a film. So might be wrong, might be totally wrong. You just might not be able to pay copyright fees for showing the films. For same thing, because all big major films that have been on the television on previous cruises, like The Martian, for one, which is one of my favourite films, is not on there. So that may be what it is. Okay, folks, so as I say, that's it for today. So it's good night from me, and it's good night from him.